the most beautiful movie that you'll never want to watch again. You ever finish a movie and just sit there? Not because it was confusing, but because it hurt. That's Grave of the Fireflies. This isn't just a war movie, it's a human movie. A film that makes you feel exactly what it's like to be small in a world that has completely lost its mind. Grave of the Fireflies is based on a novel by Akihiko Nosaka, who actually lived this. His little sister Kiyako died of malnourishment in 1945, just like Setsuko did in the movie. And Nosaka spent the rest of his life carrying that guilt with him. He wrote this book not just to tell a story, but also to make amends. He once said that one of the few discrepancies from real life is that he wasn't actually that kind, and he wishes he had patted his little sister a little bit more, just like Seda did. And that's the foundation of this film: love, guilt, and the things that we don't realize that we missed until it's too late. Unlike most war movies, Grave of the Fireflies isn't followed by soldiers or generals. There's no battlefields or heroics, no speeches of honor, just two kids, Seita and Setsuko, just trying to survive. And the enemy is obviously who's dropping the bombs, but it's also starvation and indifference. It's the slow, horrifying realization that even when the airdrops stop, no one's coming to help you. One of the most genius things that this film does, respectfully, is knowing when to shut up. There are long stretches of silence, no score, no sound design tricks, just breathing, crickets, and the buzzes of the fly. And in that silence, you notice everything, every crunch, every cough, every limp, every bite of food that just wasn't enough. There's one moment where Setsuko offers Seda a rice ball made of mud. She's smiling, and you realize that she doesn't even know that she's also starving. And I don't know about y'all, but that one low-key just hit hard. Even in the bleakest moment, this film gives us light, the fireflies. Tiny, fragile things that glow for the moment and then they die. The last flicker of childhood wonder in a world that keeps trying to snuff it out. There's a scene where Setsuko buries the fireflies like a funeral, and Seda doesn't even interrupt her because even she deserves the moment of grief. I couldn't help but think about how beautiful this movie was the entire time while I was watching it. Not just because it's just good for an old movie, but because it's actually beautiful. Studio Ghibli didn't hold back. They painted every blade of grass, every broken beam of wood, every sunset bleeding across the sky. And it's because it's so beautiful that it makes the pain worse. You're not just watching some distant gray, dusty war story. You're watching life. Bright, vivid, breathing. Almost like it's a memory. It reminds you of what's been lost, what could have been, and what should have been. And that's why Grave of the Fireflies sticks with you. It doesn't show destruction. It shows the world they deserve to grow up in before it was torn away. The music in Grave of the Fireflies isn't constant. It appears gently, disappears entirely, creeps up back when you least expect it, and then when it hits, it hits. The piece called Home Sweet Home plays over what might be the most devastating montage in anime history, obviously in my opinion. It's not dramatic, it's not manipulative, it's honest. The music reflects the one thing Satan never gets, which is peace. The film doesn't exist to be rewatched, it exists to be remembered. Because Grave of the Fireflies isn't just entertainment, it's a reckoning. With war, with memory, with how we treat the vulnerable. And yeah, it's painful, but the pain is the point. Because while Seita and Setsuko's story may be fictionalized, their reality isn't at all. Thousands of children lived and died just like this, but we just failed to see it in time. There's a lot of beautiful Studio Ghibli films like Spirited Away and Ponyo, but Grave of the Fireflies is the only one that felt like a real goodbye. If you've seen it, then you already know. But if you haven't, then prepare yourself. Because this isn't just a film, it's a firefly, a tiny light in the dark that you'll carry along the way even after the screen goes black.